you playing?
Sims. Busting out. Busting out.
Dude, let's play something else now.
Like?
League of Legends.
No. Let's play WoW.
What, can we transmog then?
Okay.
Still no? Let's make a video.
Let's make a review.
Review what, pray tell? Warcraft?
We could just make a funny video.
You have to be funny.
We'll make a funny review.
Just the thing for it, man.
Metro Last Light. Graphic scenes of a sexual nature.
You're gonna have to leave.
Metro Last Light from the Ukrainian 4A Games. They created other such games as Metro 2033, and that's about it. Although the team at 4A is generally made of the guys who created Stalker, and these guys seem to like the idea of Russia being a big fucking radioactive wasteland. The FPS turns you into the seedy underbelly of the Metro, the post-apocalyptic underground subway system where everything from Nazis, commies, and even commie-Nazis have taken shelter. Our hero and... Artyom?
Is that sounding right? Artyom?
I hate Russian names.
Dude, Anton.
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 Anton, whose everyday mission to capture a strangely adorable vagina-faced gremlin called a Dark One. If you stick your junk in a vagina face,
Yeah.
is that sex or a blowjob?
Well...
Goes horribly wrong, and we are thrown into an epic adventure to fulfill our basic original mission and save our little corner of the Metro. As you can imagine, in a nuclear holocaust environment, the game is complete with one of the most graphically horrifying hospitals I've seen since Quake 2. It takes a lot of work to create a freaky hospital. Just look at Theme Hospital, they fucked it up completely. But check this out. And they also have the classic super enormous radioactive creatures we all know and love, like Seymour, the killer plant monster, scary headbutt guy, but yeah, you guessed it, giant freaking spiders. Luckily, their AI is really bad. So the ordeal isn't as intense as, say, Resident Evil 1. Don't believe us? Ghost can't play any game with spiders on. He's really a little bitch. Fuck this. What a bitch. This game is filled with awesome. The atmosphere is some of the best we have ever seen, and the infrequent use of the stunning outside world is really clever. The limited air supply making the surface beautiful and intense all at the same time.
I heard about this place. That plane was headed into Moscow when the whole city caught fire.
With a world that is so beautiful and rich, can stark contrast to the underground world that we...
Beautiful and rich. Let's talk titties. In various parts of Last Light, Anton gets exposed to a random assortment of nudity. Varying from dancing strippers in a club full of angry Russians, a full set of greasy jugs in a private lap dance, and even a quick nip slip before pillaging some chick who just flat out craves that D. But it's not forced, and it's not punched into our face, like a generic Duke Nukem title, and it doesn't feel out of place considering the genre. And with its ultra crisp quality graphics, you can almost smell that baby oil as those titties bounce on the side of your face. All good things.
The story is what really carries this game. It's brutal, compelling, it's dark, it's gritty, it's claustrophobic. It's everything you would actually expect from being trapped underground. And I love the way the game actually makes it feel as if the little things really, really count. Such as finding yourself a new gas mask after yours has cracked actually really matters in the game, instead of something like finding a new big shiny gun. I was also surprised that so many people wanted to compare this to BioShock Infinite, just because they came out in a similar space of time. The games are completely different. Sure, they're both FPS story modes, but this game has a lot of attrition towards brutality towards children and rape, which is just something you're not going to find in Infinite. If I was to talk about the gameplay though, I had various gripes, such as the stealth mechanics. I've never really been a great fan of stealth, but this one made no sense to me. It felt very cheap. You can literally walk in front of the enemy, lick a man's brown eye without him noticing, as long as your little watch doesn't glow blue.
In an end of civilization title like Last Light, you'd expect the weapons to match its environment, and let's be honest, they do. They're rusty, they're old, scavenged weapons, and it's usually something that I'm not a fan of. If it's not futuristic, cool, shiny, sharp, and looks like it's just designed to fuck shit up, I really don't care. Here it comes, 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 Lancer Chainsaw! But the immersion of the game just really makes that a non-issue. And that's because, my friends, these reclaimed relics can be transmogged. The mods were actually very basic in the game, but with a slight tweak to your favourite weapon, it made it viable in both the stealth and the gunfight sections. Like, I took an SMG through the entire game. I just added a silencer when I needed it and a night vision scope, or I just took them off and just made it balls to the wall damage, and it looked really, really cool and fun. And at one point, it was basically, I took the SMG through that much, I changed it up a little, and I used a revolver and just added a sniper scope, purely because that I could.
But why?
Do you mean why? Because fuck you, that's why. Doesn't have to make sense when it's awesome. You know this. Bottom line is, transmogging these post-apocalyptic badasseries meant that you could take your favourite weapon to every situation, and that makes it 2 thumbs fresh from me.
The ending of the game sums up really nicely. It's got a good contrast between the rusty, gritty feel all the way up to the paranormal, just to keep the story interesting. Multiple endings are available if you want to try out doing things that, well, something I didn't actually agree with is that you had to do things that didn't feel natural to what you wanted to do in this environment, but that's just a picky thing. Overall, a wonderful game, and I actually very much enjoyed it. So, should we,
Oh yeah, we should still give it a score.
Scores don't mean anything, though.
Yeah, but our scores will mean something. All in all, I love Last Light and could rarely find fault with it. What's not to like at the end of the day about transmogging and titties? And that's why, heroes, I'm going to give it a solid 3 deuce and a Cosby sweater.
I agree. Good story, good shooting. I'm going to give it a bacon double cheese and a pudding pop. Well, I hope you like that. That was our first ever P&G video, so why don't you hit like so we know you like it? That would be helpful.
I'm not going to like it.
You're in it.
I can't just like the parts with me in it though, can I?
So you're saying it's my fault?
Pretty much.
It's harsh, man.